It is 3 in the morning. Your eyes snap open in the dark. You stare at the ceiling. The house is completely silent. You grab your phone. The bright screen hurts your eyes. You check the time, and the panic instantly sets in. You start doing the math. If I fall asleep right now, I will get 3 more hours. But you cannot fall asleep. Your brain starts running, thinking about emails, thinking about your bills, thinking about awkward conversations. You toss and turn. You feel angry at your own body. Why is this happening to me? Why am I broken? We have all been there. Millions of people experience this every night, waking up in the middle of the dark, feeling like something is deeply wrong. But I have a secret to tell you. You are not broken. Your body is not failing you. We are told a very specific story, a story about how we must sleep. 8 unbroken hours, like a machine powering down. You close your eyes at night, and you open them in the morning. If you wake up in between, you have a medical problem. They call it insomnia, a disease of the modern world. So what do? We desperately try to fix it. We buy weighted blankets. We drink warm milk. We listen to rain sounds on YouTube. We take sleeping pills. We force ourselves into the 8-hour box because society tells us we have to. If you don't sleep 8 hours straight, you will be tired. You will be weak. You will fail at your job. But what if I told you that the 8-hour sleep is a lie, an absolute myth, invented very recently? To understand why you wake up at 3 a.m., we need to leave the modern world. We need to leave your bedroom. Turn off the neon signs. Turn off the glowing screens. We are going back in time, hundreds of years into the past, to a world before electricity, before the light bulb. When the sun went down, the world went completely dark. True, pitch black darkness. Humans lived in this darkness for millennia. Our brains evolved in this rhythm. Light meant action. Dark meant rest. But how did they actually rest? Did they sleep 8 hours straight? Let's look at the evidence. Historians started reading old documents, very old documents, personal diaries from the 1500s, medical books from the Middle Ages, court records, old poems and literature, and they found something strange, a phrase that kept repeating over and over again, across different languages, across different countries. People did not talk about going to sleep. They talked about their first sleep and their second sleep. Wait, first and second? Yes, hundreds of references were hidden in plain sight. In famous books like the Canterbury Tales, in the Odyssey by Homer, people wrote about waking up, not as a problem, but as a normal part of the night. A doctor from the 16th century wrote that the time between the first and second sleep was the best time for thinking. Here is what actually happened for all of human history until just 200 years ago. Humans slept in 2 shifts. It is called biphasic sleep. When the sun set, it was dark. People went to bed early, around 8 or 9 p.m. They slept for about 4 hours. This was the first sleep. Then, usually around midnight or 2 a.m., they would wake up, naturally, without alarms. And they would stay awake for 1 or 2 hours. They called this time the watch. It was a peaceful time. People would stay in bed and talk. They would read by candlelight. They would pray. They would think about their lives. Couples would have intimate moments. Some would even get up and visit neighbors. Nobody panicked. Nobody stressed out. It was totally normal. After an hour or 2 of quiet time, they would feel tired again, and they would enter the second sleep, waking up at sunrise, rested and ready. So what happened to us? How did we forget this? The answer is light. Artificial light. The Industrial Revolution changed everything. Suddenly, we had gas lamps, street lights in the cities, and then the electric light bulb. Darkness was pushed away. We could stay up later, and the factories needed workers. Time became money. The bosses did not want you awake at night. They wanted you working all day. We started going to bed later, pushing past the first sleep window. We forced our bodies to combine the 2 sleeps into one. The 8-hour block was born. Not because it was natural, but because it fit the factory schedule. By the year 1920s, the idea of a first and second sleep was completely erased from our culture. We deleted a basic human function to serve the economy. Now let's come back to the present. Back to you, lying in bed at 3 a.m., looking at your phone, feeling anxious and stressed. Do you see what is happening? Your body is not broken. Your brain is functioning perfectly. Deep in your DNA, your ancient biology is waking up. It expects the quiet time. It expects the watch. It expects a moment of peace between your first and second sleep. But instead of enjoying it, we panic. We think it is a disorder, because modern culture tells us it is. The stress you feel at 3 a.m., the anxiety about not sleeping, that stress creates cortisol, and cortisol destroys your sleep. You are not kept awake by a disease. You are kept awake by the fear of being awake. It is time to change the narrative. We cannot go back to the Middle Ages. We still have jobs and alarms, but we can change how we react. Tonight or tomorrow night, when you inevitably wake up in the dark, stop fighting it. Do not look at your phone. Do not calculate the hours left. Do not let the panic win. Smile at the darkness. Realize that your ancestors did the exact same thing for 300,000 years. Use this time. Let your mind wander. Enjoy the absolute silence. No one wants anything from you at 3 a.m. It is the only time that is truly yours. Accept the gap. Rest in the middle of the night. Once you stop fearing it, once you drop the illusion of the 8-hour rule, you will find something amazing. Your body will relax. The stress will fade away. And before you even realize it, you will drift right back into your second sleep. Sleep well, and stop letting them steal your night.